Okay, so what's up, guys? We're gonna be looking at a bunch of new content releasing in Fortnite very soon. I want to first look at the Season 3 Week 8 challenges that were leaked, obviously, for this week. We're gonna look at a list of those just so you guys can, sort of prepare for what you're gonna be doing later this week. But more importantly, gun game, for the first time, is going to be introduced into Fortnite. And there are a lot of different, possibilities as to how they're going to implement gun game and what exactly that game mode is going to be all about, because with Fortnite, obviously it's a limited time game mode, so it's only gonna be there for a week or two, but with Fortnite you have these different rarities, you have a bunch of different weapons, and gun game usually you get a kill and then you move on to the next weapon. But with Fortnite you have so many weapons that people are just not gonna make it to the final weapon, and it's not often that you make it to like the 20th kill. 20 kills, obviously it's possible, but usually you're not receiving 20 kills within a match. So we have to talk about the specifics of how they would actually make gun game interesting. Maybe change the variety up, so instead of starting at a lower rarity to begin with, you start at a higher rarity, then you go down or you go up. There's a bunch of different ways in which they can do this, so that's what we're going to be talking about within this video. So that being said, if you can leave a like, that'd be greatly appreciated. Subscribe for more Fortnite videos, and let's get started. So up on screen are the Week 8 Season 3 challenges. A bunch of them here, pretty simple. You just have use a vending machine, deal damage with explosive weapons to opponents, search chests in snobby shores, visit different taco shops in a single match, search between the boats, assault rifle eliminations, and eliminate opponents in Dusty Depot. Fairly simple there, just so you guys have a heads up of what these challenges are going to be for this Thursday. So that's pretty much that. But a bit more important here, a bit more interesting to talk about, obviously, is gun game, because gun game, again, we haven't seen this in Fortnite yet. Sometimes they recycle their limited time game modes in Fortnite, like the high explosive game mode and stuff like that, but we haven't seen this yet. This is gonna be very interesting because there are a bunch of different ways in which they could attack a gun game mode. So normally, again, gun game, everyone starts off with a base weapon, and as you get kills, you move on to the next weapon. And usually it starts off low, and then the weapon gets better and better. Or, I guess not usually, I guess there are a bunch of different ways in which you can do it. You have just a random weapon, and they just switch through and cycle through random weapons. Or you start off high, and then as you get kills, the weapons get, decreasingly, I guess, worse. So in Fortnite's case, you're either starting off with a normal gray pistol and you're moving up, and eventually you get to a legendary scar or something like that. And, maybe it's the other way around, or they just do it randomly. But the problem is there are too many weapons for Fortnite. So there's a couple different ways in which they could attack this, and obviously I don't know what the perfect way is, and obviously Epic Games, they have their idea of what they think is best for the different set of weapons for Fortnite, and obviously you guys probably have strong opinions too about this, so obviously you can just yell at me in the comment section below. But I'm thinking, I don't want to cap people from getting kills, but usually people aren't going to receive that many kills. So let's say it's a randomized weapon selection, and if you have a very good weapon, let's say the fourth weapon, your fourth kill, you get the fourth weapon, and it's a scar. Okay, it's a epic scar, whatever it is. You can just camp with that scar the whole game, and then wait till the end. And then let's say at the end, the guy happens to have a normal or a gray SMG, a gray suppressed SMG. At that point, you're basically abusing the gun game to keep the weapon that you want, and then obviously win the game at the end. That's a cheap way to win. I don't think anyone's gonna play that way, but that could be a problem. So another thing is that, what if they throw in all the weapons and they make it so you have to get to like 15 kills to get this weapon? So really, I feel like that sort of would make sense, because if you're crazy enough to have 15 kills within the game, which obviously it happens, people in squads especially, and solos and duos, it happens, not everyone, not all the time, but if you get to 15 kills, what if the 15th weapon you unlock is the legendary scar? And I guess at that point you deserve it, because you got through all of those guns, you got through the rankings and you made it to that point, so you deserve that scar. So it's pretty much an incentive to actually receive kills and go for kills and just go for battles, because you want to get the better and better weapon. And obviously if you have a low amount of kills, then that just sucks. You just should have been killing more, and it's almost survival of the fittest at that point. So that's probably the best way in which they can do it. But again, like I said, there are different ways in which they could attack this. Maybe you all start out with scars, and as you move on, the weapon gets lower and lower, but then that's going to make it so people are not going to want to get kills. People are going to want to keep their better weapons early on, and they're not going to want to move on and have those worse weapons. So, you know, like I said, again, there's all different ways in which they can attack this. Let me know in the comment section below which idea you think is the best. And if you want the normal gun game and you just want the legendary scar to be at like 15-20 kills, which it can't be 20, but maybe, like, you know, honestly a reasonable number would be at like 10 or 11 kills. Like once you hit 10 or 11, you get the, you know, epic scar or something like that, and then you're pretty valid. You know, I mean, you're being in a good situation, and after that the kills don't really count. But you know, getting to that point, 10 kills, obviously would be a struggle. You're gonna have to start off with the gray pistol, you're gonna move on to the gray SMG, then you get into some colors, you'll get a green, you know, you'll have a green tack eventually, and then a blue pump, and you know, you'll go through all these weapons, and you'll eventually get to the scar by the 10th kill. And I don't know, I feel like that'd be a good idea. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Hope you guys did enjoy, and yeah, we'll be seeing this probably not this week, probably next week, and you know, obviously when it pops up we'll know immediately. And yeah, gun game coming very soon. It's gonna be pretty cool, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.